Hey everyone, welcome back to another Unlimited Software Membership Training webinar. How's everyone doing today? Hello, hi Joy, Scott, Douglas, Kathleen, and everyone else. How are you? So I'm guessing you can hear me okay because you're answering me, which is great. So without further ado, let's get down to business. Okay, so what I want to start out with today is I just want to start out by telling you guys that I don't think you should be scared of hummingbirds or other animals like that. You know, there's so much, I don't know if it's like propaganda, psychological warfare against us internet marketers that goes on. Of course, we're committing psychological warfare on our prospects, right? But but there's also a huge element of what Google's doing. Sorry to hear that, Douglas. I've been through it myself. So yeah, hummingbirds. So no, hi Sandy. There's always some new animal to worry about, but I just wanted to show you my traffic stats over here, okay? And this is from a website where I absolutely follow everything that I teach you guys in here, okay? And look at this. Google's giving me 100 visits per day now, consistently. It's been, it's been up and down. It was under 50. It got over 50. And now just this week, I'm getting 100 visits a day. And that's really what the target is that we want to hit. And, if hummingbirds are involved, then I think they're helping me. I think the hummingbirds are like visiting my site and giving me traffic or something. I don't know. So yeah, basically what the hummingbird update is, it's like what they do. They spend, they have a huge amount of people, lots of programmers that sit in there and figure out the best way to respond to what people type in the box, the search box. So they keep coming up with new ways to supposedly make it better. So Hummingbird is apparently supposed to provide a little bit more intelligence in the search. For example, here's the example that was given. Jeff pointed me to an article that was pretty good, and that what they used was if somebody puts in a search term such as how do I clean silver? How do I clean a silver necklace? Or how do I clean a silver dish? Or something like that. Without Hummingbird, apparently what that person would receive would be a bunch of links, a bunch of material about where to buy a silver necklace and stuff like that, rather than the search being smart enough to realize that the person was actually searching for a method to clean their silver, so they're really not looking to buy silver. So this is basically the kind of thing that Hummingbird is supposed to target. It's supposed to make the search a little bit more intelligent and basically try to know what the user is thinking a little bit more. And they're going to figure it out. It's going to take time, but they get smarter and smarter. And I'm still getting my keywords here. Apparently, they say they're turning off the keywords. They just turn off everything whenever they want to, and so we're just going to have to just go along with it. And as they turn Google into a black box more and more, which means they shut off the readout of data to us and they just sort of make it more of a mysterious thing. We just have to use common sense more and more. And yes, Sandy, I think I just answered that question with the example about the silver necklace and so on and so forth. So I just want you to know that you don't have to be, I don't think you have to be scared about it, because look, I mean, if you follow my techniques that I teach in here and use our software correctly, you're going to get the same thing. You're going to get 100 visits per day. And here's what the monthly view of my traffic on that site looks like. And I was doing some curation, starting from really the summer of 2012, and then in April 2013 is when I implemented basically exactly the same thing as Keyworks and Silo Factory does for you. Is what I did right here in April 2013. In fact, it worked so well that that's why I created Keyworks and Silo Factory, because I knew I could repeat it with an automated process. And they did change the keyword tool since then, so we're going to have to be even a little bit smarter. But I believe this can be done again and again. There are other people doing it as well as myself. So you can see the traffic just goes up and up and up and up, and this is September. It's like every month they give me 500 more visits. And again, look at the daily here. I got like my first 100 visit in August, and it hit at 100 again, and now look at this, every day, consistently, 100 visits. Now this is when I'm going to start making money, folks, and that's going to be my next step. And we sort of, and everybody wants to make money fast, but if you do things this way, the right way, it'll take a little time, but it's not going to be washed away by some update like Hummingbird or whatever, because it's real content, it's real traffic, it's real keywords, it's real things that people are searching for. And there's no gimmicks, there's no tricks, there's no little scams to get people to do this or that. It's just content. I'm just putting out content. And I'm using my tools to do it. VVC Pro, VIC Pro, ICC Express, they all naturally, like organically, follow the technique that results in you getting traffic. So many times in customer service, I get people saying, I can't get this to work, I can't get that to work, the traffic's not there, or whatever. So then I say, well, please send us the login to your blog and let me see if I can help. So then when I log in to their WP admin section, hey Dave, so when I log into the WP admin section, I see they've got like the last 25 plugins that were sold on the Warrior forum, and they're all fighting against each other and trying to steal traffic or whatever. And I swear to God, folks, you can use the WordPress 2012, 2010, 2013 theme with no plugins at all, and you can get this kind of results. I have a few plugins. The plugins that I use are, my favorite one is Auto SEO Tags, which grabs the incoming keyword, which they're not giving us anymore. As you can see, they're starting to turn that off. So it says keyword not defined. but I'm number 3. I'm number 3 on Google for that keyword, but they're not telling us what it is. I'm number 5 on Google for that keyword, but they're not telling us what it is. Number 15, number 10. So, you know, they've decided to shut that off, so probably my auto SEO tags plugin will stop working. But I'm not going to really be concerned about that because it's the content that's really driving it. So, I mean, if people already came to your site for that keyword, that means they're coming to the site for that keyword even without there being a tag for that keyword. The auto SEO tags, all it does is grab the incoming keyword and then create it as a tag. So it's like, yeah, that's what this is about. So more people come for that same keyword, but apparently they're going to show up anyway. So I don't think you need to be scared of these updates as long as you're not using the shiny objects to try to game Google. If you're just, I think my system really does work if you apply it in a very pure way and you religiously you know, curate content. You don't even really have to do it every day. I mean, I don't even post on this website every day. Maybe once a week I post on this website. It has to do with the way I organize the website, the keywords that I chose, and the way I set up the website, the keywords that I chose, and the way that I'm curating content under those keywords. That's what's making me rank here. Now I'm going to be able to capitalize on this. And I got some pretty good advice from Dr. Kilstein on how I should monetize this, so that's the next step. Is there another way to see how we rank for keywords? Yes, there is, Sandy. One system that I use is called SERPbook.com. I haven't looked at it lately. Let's take a look. And I don't think that you're going to see very good results. I haven't really been focusing on the sites that I've been ranking in here, but who knows? It could be a surprise. Let's find out. For the heck of it. It's called SERPbook.com, and what you do is that you enter the keywords that you want to see how you rank for, and then it actually does a search every day. I'm doing terrible on Google with this particular site. I haven't been working on it much lately. Bing has gotten better for me on this one. Yahoo, I'm at number 1 for several keywords. I just haven't been focusing on this. So this is how another way that we can see what our rankings are. Let's take a look. I'm kind of embarrassed because it's not that good, but there we go. This one's a lot better. Number 2, 3, 6, 8, 9. So mainly going down though. I haven't done anything on these sites. I've been really focusing on the software more. As far as the monetizing on that site, I plan to go to a big company and offer them advertising space, Douglas. That's what I'm going to do for this one. Yeah, as per Dr. Kilstein's suggestion, and we'll see how that works out. Maybe able to negotiate a pretty nice monthly fee. Yes, Mel, there is a monthly cost for SERPbook. I think there's the lowest one is $10 50 keywords or something. I think I'm paying 40 a month for 200 keywords, something like that. I mean, there's other ones too. There are other ones out there that you can use to do that. So I'm just going to go over the concept of how we make this happen. Obviously, the first thing we want to do is get good keywords. And here's my criteria for that. A decent monthly search volume. For that, I mean at least 1,000 plus of exact match traffic. Low competition, and there's a great other thing, which of course you know I call the Oz factor, which is exact volume, or yeah, that would be exact volume percentage of broad volume, right? So if you have a keyword that's bringing in 60,000 monthly searches and on a broad match and only 1,000 on the exact match, or 5,000 or whatever, then that means there's a that means that there is a large discrepancy between the amount of people searching for the exact keyword phrase and the amount of people searching for other phrases that just sort of loosely contain those keywords. So when you're searching for that particular exact keyword, and it's like it's saying, okay, you're getting 5,000 a month in exact, but then you're getting 60,000 a month in the broad match, that means there's like 55,000 global monthly searches that aren't addressed in the exact phrase. So that means you kind of shake it up with the broad phrase. That means that basically anything can be matched with those words, and so you find a bunch of the words in that area, and then you target to those keywords. It's not as easy now because they removed that keyword tool, which gave us bulk data for every keyword on all 3 match volume levels. So we don't have that anymore. I believe I went through last week, I went through Oz's technique of how to get the broad match now, which is by adding your keyword to your keyword plan and then getting a high enough bid so that it's going to show as number 1 on every page, and that's how you find out what the broad match is. No, Sandy, the best one to get is where your exact match volume is a small fraction of the broad match volume. That's the best one. Okay? The only problem is it's difficult to get those figures now because the keyword planner only gives you the exact match figures now unless you go through the process that I showed you, which is how to add the keyword to a plan and then create a bid for your AdWords ad and make the bid so high that the ad shows on every page, and then it shows you how many times that is going to be shown per day, and then you multiply that by the number of days in a month to get the broad match volume. And you can do that now So that's how it's done. Unfortunately, they don't just give it to you anymore. I'm going to try to figure out working out some kind of programming algorithm to figure that out. It's not going to be done for every keyword, though, so that's why on Keyworks I'm creating a Keyword Explorer and a Keyword Analyzer section that will do the analysis on specific keywords rather than bringing back the whole bulk of it, which is what we used to be able to do with the old keyword tool, which you can't do that anymore. But there are other things too, so it's kind of an ongoing examination of how we're going to be doing this. And I'm going to put that together for you too. It's going to take me a little while. My friend Oz is coming out with some new training, and he's going to be launching it this month, and I'm definitely going to be promoting that because I really, really believe in what Oz does. So you can watch for me pointing you in that direction a little bit later this month. So you start with this. You may have to do a little bit of more research now than you did before. And one way you can do that also is just go to Google and just search on those keywords and see what comes up, and try different ones and see what your competition might be. There are ways of finding areas that really don't have much competition, not just from AdWords, but from also just looking, I mean, go to Google, type in a search term and see what comes up, and if there's like a huge amount of people trying to rank for that, you'll see it right away. And if not, you may see one thing that's, if you find a niche keyword that you want to rank for and you put it in Google and the only thing that comes up to the top is like some weird documents with weird names and stuff, then you know that you got a good niche that you can jump on and probably rank for that. So the keyword research really is the beginning of the whole thing. And yeah, they made it harder, but I still don't think it's impossible. We'll look a little bit more closely at this as we go on, and of course everything is new. They keep changing everything, so the only thing I can do, folks, is just keep coming back here and pointing to this, man. 100 visits a day consistently using the techniques that we teach here, and also using the tools like, I mean, Keyworks and Silo Factory, they will set you up to do this. And from then on, it's just about getting the laser targeted content and sticking it on there once a day, once a week, once a month, whatever. And of course, this is how we designed ICC Express, is to totally take advantage of this whole scenario. Everything that I designed here in ICC Express is designed specifically to create the same circumstances for you that I created for myself here that made this kind of success. So if you do, I believe if you carefully do your keyword collection, create your hierarchy, silo it on your blog, and curate your content to those channels, then it might not be overnight, but you will get the same results that I've gotten here. I just don't think there's any other way. It's just the way it works. It's not magic, it's like building a house. You just put the bricks, you lay the bricks, and the bricks build a foundation, and it just builds on top of that. trying to do it with these plugins and all that. I mean, of course, I've got mine in a plugin too, so I'm not saying plugins are bad, and there is some cool stuff that comes out. I definitely, someone's asked me about this one that's out there today, and I definitely believe in Becker and SourceWave. So, yeah, I definitely believe in those guys. They know what they're doing, and they sort of follow the same thing that I teach, or they have their own way. It's a bit actually more simple than what I do. Therefore, I don't know entirely how effective it would be to just go and take someone else's plugin and just put it on and let it run away and make all the content and everything like that. I sort of am a little bit skeptical about that sort of thing. But so that's why my system, folks, is something where you have a tool, you know, in Keyworks. And I haven't really released Keyworks to the full membership yet, but if you guys want it, if anybody wants it, just let me know. It's this software here called Keyworks, and the reason I haven't released it yet is because I'm still working on it, and then there's some issues, you know, with Google because they changed their code. This one part of it interfaces with the keyword planner, but the other parts that we have will not interface with Google Keyword Planner. So that's what we're building out here is the Analyzer and Explorer, but in the meantime it does interface with the Keyword Planner. So if I were to go ahead and just go ahead and search on German Shepherds, now assuming they haven't changed their code today, it should work. I actually have to reprogram every time Google changes in order for it to keep working. So if they've changed their website, you'll get a pop-up that says unable to connect at this time, and I get an email when that happens. If they haven't changed their programming, everything will work, and we'll get some searching, we'll get some keywords brought back. That's right, Sandy. I do it. I do the do. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that spinner's cool, isn't it? It looks great with the gears over here, everything like that works together, doesn't it, Doug? Okay, so it's working. It's for me, you know, it's working fine. We're getting the keywords. I'm going to go ahead and let it run. Once it's doing this, you can come over here and switch this to fast, and it goes faster then. So it should be done in no time, sucking up those keywords. We're going to get about 800 keywords out of this. And then I'll show you where we're at with you know, figuring out which ones are good ones to use. Meantime, let's go over here to ICC Express and check the curation sources. So you can see I've got some, actually quite a few dog-related keywords attached to my German Shepherd's demo on this machine. The ones that are highlighted in green are the ones that I've already attached to that profile. That means that when I go to blog curation or social posting, that keyword is, those keywords are available to me And basically whatever keyword is here in the default keyword, that's the one that's going to be matched throughout the program. So if I wanted to come here and change this to dog health, I click here. You notice it shows up over here, and then I save it. That's going to make that keyword match now throughout the whole thing. And it doesn't match here because I don't have that as a category on my blog. So we should take a look at that. Let's go back to KeyWorks now. As you can see, I've got 801 keywords now. We pulled 801 keywords from the Keyword Planner. And this is all based on the exact match. We no longer get the broad match or the phrase match from the Keyword Planner. They just stop giving us that data. So everything we get here is based on an exact match. So we can sort it by search volume to see what's the highest volume, and of course the word dogs gets you 1 million searches. That's a huge thing, so we're not really going to deal with that. What we can still do, though, is we can definitely apply some filters here. For example, let's say I just want to see the terms that have low competition. So I select low here and I click apply. And I still have quite a few keywords here. And these all have low competition according to the Keyword Planner. Those are people are not trying to sell too much products on these keywords. That doesn't mean they're not good. It just means that people aren't using them. So we've got our low competition. Now let's sort on the search volume. I don't want dogs, so I'm going to select this. I'm going to click here, remove from list. I'm going to execute. So now dogs are gone. That's gone. This is a German Shepherd site, so I'm going to get rid of Golden Retriever, Rottweiler. I already have German Shepherd. I don't want Border Collie. Puppies is too big. Dog breeds I already have. Doberman is not a German Shepherd. These are not German Shepherds, so I'm just getting rid of these. And remove from list and execute. Might have to do it a couple of times, seems like. So I have that sort of a bug I have to fix. Now we may have some good keywords here, but obviously the only thing that we have to go on here is the exact search volume and the exact competition and the exact CPC. Doesn't give us a whole lot to work on, really here. So that's why I've created the keyword analyzer section, which will give us a lot more information about the keywords. And I have yet to create that for you guys, and I haven't done it yet, but it's on the drawing board. So what we can do here is go through these keywords. I think I'll keep Humane Society. You might also want to do is look at the CPC, because if there's a higher CPC, that means there's more competition, which also means that there may be more people trying to make money off of that, and also that means more people buying that from that. So I'm going to pick these: German Shepherd dog info, Siberian Husky German Shepherd mix, German Shepherd attacked. I don't know what French range German Shepherd rescue. I'm going to skip that. These mixes I'll use: Coastal German Shepherd Rescue, German Shepherd weight, it's 1,000 and low. German Shepherd Husky mix. Basically anything here that's over 1,000, I'm just going to grab that. And with a decent CPC is good, because then I'll get paid if I put AdSense on there. It means, number one, I'll get paid if I put AdSense on there, and number two, it means that the keyword's good enough that people are paying money to advertise it, right? but there's still low competition. I'm going to pick these. They look like good ones. Now I could take these lower ones, but I'm going to just sort of go with the higher search volume on these. Now that means people are definitely searching for these terms like pictures of German Shepherd puppies, wolf hybrid puppies. Yeah, I'm just going to select these ones that are over 1,000. It just happens to be my strategy for today. And I'm keeping it simple. I'm taking all these ones that are over 1,000 with low competition. Black German Shepherd. That's cool because I just got a black German Shepherd and she's awesome. And, you know, we don't really know what or why they're searching for these terms, but we're going to use them to bring traffic. We have that. Okay, so I think that's picture of German Shepherds are getting close to the end. Well, we're halfway through, so there's a lot of good ones in here that I haven't seen. I do think they've been improving the data that comes from the keyword planner. There's like more and better keywords coming in. Not as much information about the keywords, but more keywords coming out. I'm going to grab all of these. It's an awful lot. It's an awful lot. But as with my other site, I actually got a lot of keywords, and it really made the traffic jump up. Now, the other guys, the SourceWave guys, say just do 1 or 2 keywords or 4 keywords per site. But actually, I found, you know, my own technique actually gets you a ton of traffic by having more than 4 keywords, but having them organized correctly. Okay. Now, it's time for me to set up a real website about this. I've been doing testing and stuff, and I have my VVC test German Shepherd site. I'm always doing stuff in there. It's time for me to actually create a real German Shepherd site and see what I can do about ranking this baby. So I'm going to get all these keywords. And once I have them all selected, all the ones that I want, that make sense, which I'm almost done, then I'm going to click here, Save to Project, and then I'm going to go Execute. It takes just a second. So I love doing demonstrations on webinars because it always fails. There's something about GoToWebinar that just gets behind the proxy thing of the web procedures and gets in the way. So Digital Dave's asking me a great question. Basically, he wants to have a chronological order of what do we do? Now, Dave, I created a full set of training for you, which is called Hughes Fast Track Curation Blueprint. Okay, Dave, it's available on the Actionable Intelligence website. And there's two parts to it, Dave. There's two parts to it, but it's a mind map, 2 mind maps, and 2 webinar recordings. And in those recordings, I answer your question. I go through the entire process from beginning to end. Okay, Dave? Grant has a question. Could these same keywords be selected by sorting on search volume and using a shift click? No, not in my program, Grant. You don't need to shift click. All you have to do is click the check box, so we don't have a shift click on there. This thing has really failed. I don't know. It's like, that's why, guys, I love doing demos for you, but I hate doing demos with GoToWebinar running because somehow it always screws up my software. I really don't know why. I'm not going to take credit for it. It's not my fault. My software works great. There's something in GoToWebinar that gets things messed up. If it were a website application, it probably wouldn't be a problem in the browser, but it's the air stuff. So looks like I'm going to have to quit this and start again. I hate it. But what can I do, you know? Seems like every time I do a webinar and do a demonstration on it, things get get messed up. So it's really annoying. Thanks for not chastising me, Digital Dave. I wouldn't chastise you, brother. Thanks, Douglas. Let's see if it works, you know, if we got anything on there. It actually did work, though, folks, if you can see here. Even though, okay, Sky, have a good one, man. Even though the program froze, you can see that all my keywords did get saved to the project, which is cool. So now it's all about getting this stuff organized. Before I do that, though, I'm going to do something else here for a minute, just for the heck of it. I'm going to go to GoDaddy and see if I can find myself a domain. See if I can find myself a used domain. Dennis says that he's been on many GoToWebinar webinars. This stuff gets screwed up. Yeah. No, Sandy, I don't think it's in any order at this point. It just gets added as it finds them. I don't know. I don't have any ordering on there. That's the point of the keywords. That's the point of this section, is to order things. You drag things around and get them in the right order and make things organized like this. That's what that part's for, is to order them. And I'll show you that in a minute. I'm just, for the heck of it right now, I'm going to see if I can find a used domain somewhere. Let's see. Actually, I think it's auctions.com. I have I recommend a really awesome software for this, folks. It's called expired domain gold. And I think I've done some training about that also in the Actionable Intelligence website. See what we can come up with here, if anything. Shepherd's Shop, ShilohShepherdPuppy.org. ShepherdsOfTheWilds.org. ShepherdHerefords.com. Could possibly go with Shiloh Shepherd Puppy. I don't know if that's a particular breed or something. Let's find out. Anybody know? Let's find out. A rare breed of dog that is still under development. That dog is still being programmed. Okay, so that's not going to really help me out. I'm not going to focus on yeah, Douglas, GermanShepherd.info. I'm trying to find a used domain. I'm sure that one's already taken too, but let's see what we got. G Shepherd Team. Yeah, June. That dog needs some debugging. Deworming, I guess. PerfectGermanShepherds.com, but it's only $799. I don't think I'll be buying that one today. I guess the prices go up the further you go down the list. GermanShepherd.info is $80. Douglas, where'd you find that? How about this? GayGermanWedding.com. I think I'll find Bruno. So you sorted it on the column, huh? Okay, we can try that. GermanShepherd.net, it says $1,000, so I can't pay that. I don't really want to spend $1,000. Igor and Bruno. Wow, $80,000 for that one. I'm not going to go out of my way to get additional domain name extensions, Bob. I'm trying to find a .com, .net, or .org that's used, relates to my to what I'm trying to do. Look at this, GermanShepherdTrainingsecrets.com. It's only $9. I think I'm going to buy that. That's not bad. So I got to put it in my cart. Yeah. I love GermanShepherds.com, huh? You got that one? Douglas, that sounds good too. Let's try that. I love GermanShepherds.com. Definitely go get GermanShepherdTrainingsecrets.com. That's only $12, so I'll take that one too. Well, that's not a buy it now though. That's a bid. It's got 3 days left, so it could be. I might not win that one. I have to bid on it. Let's just say. I'll bid $25 for that. I probably won't win that one, but that's not bad. I'll come back and look at it, see what we come up with. Now, before I actually go through this, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of research on, on this one. You can go to archive.org. So I'm not worried about, I mean, maybe one of you people will go and buy this before I get done. If you do, shame on you. But before I do that, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look up a few things about, because, I mean, if it's not a high PR domain, then there's not going to be that much competition. And you guys might want to compete with me because you're seeing me do this and because I'm giving it value by telling you that I want it. It may not really be worth that much, Let's find out. That's a 0 PR. Okay, let's check out the archive.org. Sometimes the www on the front changes that, so let's just try that too. Probably going to be 0. And I'll try ilovegermanshepherds.com as well. 2. Okay, Doug, have a good one, brother. Okay, that's 0 as well. Let's check out the archive.org so we can see in the past, what did this have on it. The first time it was indexed was in 2010. We can see what it looked like in 2010. Okay, Doug, see it's a vet now. Nothing there. Okay, so this is what it looked like in December of 2010. And they had quite a bit of content on here. And we can just keep going to each new incarnation of this website to see what it looked like. It was pretty much the same. And then obviously they didn't do very well, so they gave up on it and lost the domain. That was why I have the opportunity to buy it now. GermanShepherdTrainingsecrets.com. I could write a book about that, and sell it. I know a lot about it now. Now let's try the other one, which is ilovegermanshepherds.com. And that one's could be a fight brewing over that one because it's a decent domain. It's a nice sounding domain. So let's see what the PR is. And that one is 0 as well. Let's see what we got in the archive.org. Just paste it in here. Click go. And this is the only thing that is on it now. Of course, June 5th, 2013. We go back in time. And again, to GoDaddy. GoDaddy's had it for a while. Again, GoDaddy. I want to see the calendar on this. Okay, so this one's been around since 2008, 2009. Let's take a look. And here's it was just more or less a regular blog. Renee wants to know, how do you tell if the domain you're about to buy was on the Google banned list? I don't know. I'd have to look that up, to be honest. I don't know. I'm not really familiar with the Google banned list, to be honest with you. And even if you get on a banned list, you can get off it. If you just get that virus off your website, whatever. I don't think these two websites that I'm looking at now, it's pretty obvious that they weren't even big enough to get on anyone's banned list. And then they gave up the ghost when they weren't successful, which is why they're available now. And then there's one other thing that we can do here to check out a used domain is go to backlinkwatch.com and put the domain here and check the backlinks. That ilovegermanshepherds.com has no backlinks. And the other one is GermanShepherdTrainingsecrets.com. We'll check that for backlinks. And that one has no backlinks either. So, I mean, they're not really the greatest catch in the world, but the fact that you have anything indexed in Google is actually a good thing. So let's take a look and just see what they got indexed, if anything. And we'll go site. GermanShepherdTrainingsecrets.com. And there's quite a few sites with statistics showing for that. But I don't really see any actual indexed pages from that. It looks like it because it has the name come up, but that's because these websites are all websites that that actually every time someone registers a new domain name, these websites grab that and then they put it into their stats so that when you search on them, that page comes up instead of the site itself. Yeah, that's right, Kathleen. We could turn them into another one of these babies right here, right? That's what we want to do. Let's try the other one real quick. Excuse me. ilovegermanshepherds.com. Let's see if there's anything indexed from that one. Not in the slightest. You know, I think I'm going to go with the training secrets. That's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with GermanShepherdTrainingsecrets.com. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, Kathleen. I'm going to buy this domain, and I'm going to use my keywords from Keyworks here. I'm going to use the Silo Factory, create the menus and the categories, and try and rank this baby. We'll watch it. We'll do this week to week. And it wasn't supposed to be just about training secrets, but you know what? I know a lot about training secrets now, so I might as well just go ahead and do this. Let's see. I think that's the one. And bada bing, done. Okay, great. So I now own GermanShepherdTrainingSecrets.com. Yes, I got a buy it now price, Dennis. Apparently it was $17. And I think that covers the first year or 2 years of registration. Yes, Andy, all right, get a sheepdog, man. Beauceron. And you can do that. Okay, so this is actually now going to take about a week or two before I can use this domain, because when you buy them used in an auction like this, it takes them a little time to get it all done. I do want to make sure I get privacy on this one, because my part of my technique that makes this stuff work is to keeping it all private. I used to be quite transparent about it, but now I I keep my domain registration private, because Google definitely looks up the registrations, and by now I have a reputation of being, you know, an internet marketer and a curator and all that stuff. So they're, you know, if they associate me, I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem, but the thing is we want to keep all our variables to a minimum. So if I keep my name out of the, you guys all see where I live now, that's good, so come and stalk me. But so if I keep my, you know, my personal info on the download and just put out the German Shepherd info, then Google's going to be judging me just on that. Yeah, I actually do belong to that domain club, Dennis. Yeah, Sandy. You can stalk me, Sandy. That'll be fine. Yes, Johan, I have been to Coral Castle. It's awesome. Cool. Yeah, you get a saving from that thing. I haven't been buying that many domains lately. Mel. Okay, Mel, we'll be watching for you around the house here, man, when you show up. So then what we're going to do here is come back to this, to Keyworks, and we'll start organizing the hierarchy here a bit, because this will become our structure on the new website. Yeah, what's for lunch, Mel? Dog food. And so the best way that we're going to do this is figure out which ones are going to be the top level, right? Yeah, German dog food. It has bratwurst and schnitzel. It's a whole bunch of stuff about German Shepherd pictures, so we're going to use that. There's a lot about like different breeds of German Shepherds. Let's use breed of dogs as a main category here. Okay. So then we'll start moving our breeds underneath that breeds of dogs. There we go. Dogs, breeds, okay, pull this down here. Start moving the dog breeds over to become the children, child categories. Alsatian, move that over. So there, like I said, there's a whole bunch of keywords here, and the idea now will be to get them organized. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that on the next webinar, because we're pretty much at the end of this webinar today. I think we covered a lot of cool stuff. We started it, we started everything. How I'm going to start, I'm going to really do this now. I'm going to make this, I'm kind of disappointed that it was a training keyword, but oh well, it's German Shepherd Training Secrets. So we're going to try to build up German Shepherd training secrets, and we'll have to get us some more keywords about training too, because we don't have training in here. I'm also going to have to start building that analyzer section so that I can really analyze these keywords, because it's just not the same as the old keyword tool. But it's better than nothing, right? So we need a little bit of complementary analysis to make sure that we're not wasting our time with the keywords. And we'll get into that. We'll get into all that next week, where I'll continue. We'll build this hierarchy. And if I have the website by next week, thanks, Deb. Glad you liked it. If I have the domain by next week, we'll just start building that website. If not, we'll do that 2 weeks from now. But next week, we'll pick up with building the hierarchy, and we'll take it from there. Okay? All right, guys. So it's been great, great, great. Really a lot of fun today, good session, and it's great seeing everybody here. If you need me, you know where to find me. You can hit me on the Facebook group, by Skype, by email. Just reach out to me if you need anything, and it's been my pleasure. Joy, Kathleen, Bob, Charles, Deb, Dave, Dennis, Mel, Johan. I'll be watching for you guys to show up outside of my house, and the dog food will be waiting. Have a great day, guys, and we'll talk soon. Okay. Woof, woof. Bye.
The